On the table today, it's back, the Distortus Rex with the Jurassic World Rebirth Track and Chomp RC remote-controlled Distortus Rex. If you're looking for some help around the house having the D-Rex wipe some tables off, do some vacuuming, maybe some dishes, this isn't the one for you, as it's ready to track and destroy that poor little vehicle. Get away as fast as you can. There are 3 modes of play with this: roam and attack, chase the car, and escape the dinosaur. Lots of things to pack in this great looking D-Rex pack. So watch as we unbox and show everything that it can do, and hopefully don't get chomped in the process.
Squirrel Stampede.
Please swipe.
Squash share.
And squirrel line.
This is a Jurassic World Rebirth Track and Chomp Distortus Rex with remote control. If you've ever wanted to control your D-Rex, now you can. With 3 ways to play, we've got roam and attack, we've got chase the car, and escape the dinosaur. Must go faster. It includes 1 D-Rex with batteries included, but the Jeep and the controller are gonna need some energy. That feels like a first. They met us with halfway battery power over on the back of the box. Image of remote control D-Rex, almost in like bulldog stance there. It'll be curious how it crawls. There's the Jeep, and there's the escape. Perfect timing. I needed a new Jeep since the Alphabet Lore clips have taken over the original. Well, let's see if we can get this out of box, as I'm still a little confused what we are controlling. The D-Rex, the Jeep, maybe even little Isabella? Mattel box is known throughout the quadrant that we will probably destroy and never be able to use again. I think we got him. That was the Olympics of unboxing. D-Rex looking similar scale to the first one we unboxed. Let's get some legs on, or those arms. Make sure you get a solid click on this or they're gonna pop right back out. That feels sturdy. And of course a tail. Gotta have a tail. Post with keyhole slot so it aligns perfectly. And so there we go, our electronic RC Distortus Rex. Is that a button on its head? Yeah. Kind of lurching down right now in a stance, probably in wheelie balance. It's got cute little wheels on its feet. Probably keeping it upright, rolly, and balanced, right? Didn't see those in the movie. The head is all Rancor-like. And for an RC has, pretty good detail. It's very in par with the scale and size with last summer's Rumble and Rampage electronic D-Rex. Very similar, they could be siblings. Pretty large for an electronic RC dinosaur. We're at about, 20 inches in length, 9 to 10 inches tall. It's Rumble and Rampage all over again in just an RC mode. Obviously, articulation is going to be limited as it's built into its action features. I see hinges and all sorts of electronic legging going on throughout. Maybe, just maybe, you can move the forearms yourself. And then, of course, we get a cute, And then, of course, we have a chase vehicle. Something to track and chomp, of course. Is that Henry Dr. Loomis inside? He's not supposed to be driving, right? Or is it supposed to be Mr. Krabs? I mean, it kind of looks like either or. I guess they just kind of put generic guy in here. Poor generic guy. The vehicle, though, mode looking pretty much like we see in movie, although it could be using a little more red on hood, I suppose. And it's got this really cool sensor on the back. Welcome to the year 2000. I'm looking at this sensor and I'm thinking maybe if they took this off, maybe the D-Rex wouldn't home in on you so fast, right? That might be a liability to have that back there. R2-D2's head, everyone. And then, of course, remote controls to run this thing. Oh, look, 1, 2, 3. Is that either channel 1, 2, 3, or maybe those are the 1, 2, 3 stages of play? Got lots of different buttons here to figure out. We gotta load this up with batteries. as with the car, and we get these guys racing and roaring. Alright, batteries are now installed, and he's pretty grumpy. He's pretty grumpy already. Now there's lots of pairing going along here with the electronics, as we actually have 3 things that are connecting to one another. So you might want to take a few extra checks to make sure everything is biting each other right. Yeah, that's biting. Checking the quick checklist on the instructions. Make sure that all the dinosaurs and vehicles are installed with alkaline batteries. That's usually the norm now. The D-Rex comes with batteries installed, but they are just the demo batteries, so they may weaken out pretty quickly. We will see. And so fill your AAAs in your Jeep and your controller and get it onto level 1, mode 1. Mode 1 might be the least aggressive because it is just controlling the D-Rex. D-Rex number 1, remember that. And we should have enough room on table to do a quick backup. And a quick forwards. Okay, my dreams. My dreams are haunted. He should be able to move side to side too. There we go. Got him back. Might take a little bit of maneuvering here. One of the coolest features I did not expect is not only can you control the roar of your D-Rex, but you can also control the chomp. That's going to be very helpful when you catch up to your vehicle and want to give it a chomp. So I'm feeling pretty good about on-the-table controls here. Reverse again. Forward. Ah! I think I just controlled it to attack myself. Whoops. Practice, right? It's pretty interesting watching the movement. Here's your torso movement from to side, which that gives it the ability to turn, just a little bit of a course correction there, and it will change direction. I'm just trying to learn what's backwards and what's forwards. It's a little bit in reverse in my mind right now. But it's pretty satisfying, and I've got it in a good circle walk right now. It's always fun practicing your forward and reverses in RC, right? So for controlling it in dinosaur mode, or well, D-Rex mode, I'd give it a Squirrel Plus. That is very much enjoyable to do. But there's a couple more modes to check out. What's next? Mode 2 is called Chase Mode, so let's go up to 2. Click on up our remote. Now I'm guessing it's been a couple minutes. I'm not sure if the vehicle is still paired. Let's give it a test by pressing forward. Well, they both moved and it looked kind of terrifying. Let's try backwards real quick. Oh, and the car's out. The car's moving. I don't know what he is doing in drive mode, but it is not good. We're gonna need to have some more room to pull that off, as I feel this car is going to be very squirrely in the chase. And then we can also test out mode 3, which is escape mode. So let's head on over to the real Jurassic Park, the real island of wherever they were on Rebirth. I'm forgetting all the locations already. And after an exhausting plane trip, we have arrived at Jurassic World Rebirth. We know this is a Jurassic World island by the tree that is growing from the ground. The Isle of St. Hubert, also known as Site C. And no way, shape, or form the front entrance of my house. Right now, I'm really just enjoying option mode 1, walking around in circles. This is as tight as it gets. as we go around and around and around and around. And around and around and around and around. It's really kind of therapeutic. Once we get the arounds all mastered, then we can practice going forwards and backwards and backwards and forwards, and maybe even a little bit of turny turn and some parallel parking. Takes a minute to get your head hardwired into the D-Rex motion control of going forward, backwards, turning, reversing, all of that. But I think after a few minutes you get the hang of it, and it's got some pretty tight controls, considering it likes to walk big round circles. Then we get to mode 2, chasing the car, and I'm not sure what is in command at this point. You press forward, both of them lunge a little bit forward, but then both of them start doing their own thing. The D-Rex is trying to track onto that vehicle. Sometimes it tracks really well, other times it forgets where it's going. A lot of the times, the D-Rex simply just overpowers the vehicle and walks right over it, and then every once in a while the vehicle somehow makes a miraculous escape. Right now it's attracted to the Titanosaur in this rock cropping, trying to find a good escape for the vehicle, and the D-Rex is just smashing down everything. It's certainly sometimes having a difficult time to track onto that truck. The sensors are a little off maybe. Yeah, the car is not exactly the easiest to maneuver, and I see why. Its front steering does not involve the tires. They're always focused straight. It's this center gyro wheel, if you could call it. Just a central wheel there that goes from straight to off to the turn. So it's just going to always do things a little bit unpredictable. I really wish that they had removed this and this were your guide for rotating and moving your vehicle around. That's a shame. And it seems that even though this dome is really easy to track, even with the cage removed, you can really catch it from all angles, it is still a little bit troublesome to get that D-Rex to zone in on it. I can see all the trackers underneath the nose of the narwhal. These sensors here by the nose must pick up the dome on the tracker vehicle, but it doesn't always catch and find it. Oh, there's even maybe a sensor down here too. Maybe because the D-Rex is often focusing really low down and the car is over here, it's just having trouble finding it. So those might be reasons why it's having some trouble tracking the car. The chomping feature is such a nice effect, although I can't have yet to really get it to chomp on by itself. I'm often putting that roll cage into the mouth myself and then letting the D-Rex lift it up and down, but it's still kind of fun to do. They should have added like a little magnet or something. That might have helped it grab on a little closer. Now moving on to mode 3, now it's just all chaos. Mode 3 is Escape the Dinosaur, and it's like Mode 2, does not always work with what you want it to do. Sometimes I get a good escape, other times not so. Right now it's liking to escape underneath the Titanosaur. There is a lot of trial and error going on right now. One minute I've got something good going, and the next minute it just kind of poops and disappears, but it's just kind of fun overall to mess around. Kind of like an excavator toy where you're scooping up dirt, but in this case you're chasing a truck with a D-Rex and trying to eat who's ever inside. Yeah. Sure likes wrecking into that Titanosaur, it does. Oh, and the Titanosaur defeats the D-Rex, knocking it over. Every once in a while you get a knockover on the D-Rex. That's a win for either the vehicle or I guess more so to the Titanosaur. But it's difficult to escape. This was my best evasion. There's a little back and forth, then a reverse trick on the vehicle, and then off and away. So it's all mixed results on the escape. I just like this angle, watching the vehicle try to escape the D-Rex as best it and up close and personal here, making the D-Rex just seem huge, really big and menacing. You gotta get down low with this toy to really see its funness. And some more cage smashing on the vehicle. Most of the time, I like to just get it into mode 1 and walk around, do lots of circles, eventually kind of catch up with the vehicle, and then try some smashy. Mode 1 certainly works the best. Mode 2 and 3, you gotta work around and find those rare moments of fun. And so even though those second modes aren't always the best, I'm really enjoying this one. It is crazy fun. Everyone's taking turns trying to crash this D-Rex into the vehicle into the D-Rex, that sort of thing. It's too bad they didn't give us 2 controls. 1 control for the vehicle and 1 control for the D-Rex so that we can kind of work against each other. But for now, I'm having a pretty good time. So surprisingly, overall, I've had a very enjoyable time with this D-Rex. The best is mode 1, just controlling your D-Rex. I feel like that's where 90% of your play is going to be at. When you get down to modes 2 and 3 though, it gets very squirrely. Overall the toy looks great, and for the price point, I've had a lot of fun. I would give this a solid 4 squirrels out of 5. Maybe if it tracked a little bit better, it would have won that 5th squirrel. And that is the Distortus Controlus Remotus Rexus, I suppose? What a monster. If you like today's video, please give us a squike, a squirrelibus, comment your favorite, most interesting feature of the Distortus Rex. Don't forget we have the Jurassic World Rebirth Advent Calendar up, and one of these days I think I have a model Mosasaurus to build, something like that. Always dinosaurs hitting the table. Here's a few videos that YouTube recommends, and thank you so much for watching today. That's what I have to say about that.